nice clinical case, so be careful, huh? 55-year-old male with a 20-year history of heavy daily alcohol consumption. So today is day of cirrhosis. Okay, so heavily daily alcohol consumption is evaluated for jaundice and increasing abdominal girth. His physical exam is notable for spider angiomas, palmar erythema, and shifting dullness on abdominal percussion. Laboratory tests are drawn. Which of the following patterns on his liver function test would be most characteristic of alcoholic liver disease as the cause of his cirrhosis? Option A, ALT more than AST with both in the thousands. B, normal GGT with a normal MCV. C, AST more than ALT with a ratio at least 2 to 1. AST 2, ALT 1. This is correct. And final option, markedly elevated alkaline phosphate with a normal GGT. So, my beloveds, the correct answer in this case, AST more than ALT with a ratio of at least 2 to 1. This question asks the student to identify the classic laboratory signature of alcoholic liver disease amidst a clear clinical picture, amidst a clear clinical picture of decompensated cirrhosis. So AST more than ALT and ratio at least 2 to 1. This is the correct option. This specific pattern is highly suggests of alcoholic hepatitis and cirrhosis. In most other forms of liver injury, like viral hepatitis or fatty liver disease, the aniline aminotransferase, ALT, is typically higher than aspartate aminotransferase. In this case, we've got AST-ALT 2 to 1. However, in alcoholic liver disease, we see the pattern is flipped. So the mechanism, this is thought to be due to an alcohol-induced deficiency of pyridoxal 5-phosphate, a form of vitamin B6, which is necessary cofactor for the synthesis of ALT, but not as much for AST. This leads to relatively lower ALT level. So degree of elevation is also important to note that in alcoholic liver disease, the absolute value of AST and ALT are usually only moderately elevated, typically less than 300-500. High yield takeaway. For exams, the classic lab signature of alcoholic liver disease is AST-ALT ratio 2 to 1, with AST and ALT values generally below 500 and elevated GGT. Stay blessed.